Alright, we're live. Check it out. First, yep, Trey J. You are the first one. That is the truth. Gotta shout out, always the first one on. Hey, Trey J, does it send you a does it send you does it ping your phone when we go live? Is that how you guys know? Still trying to figure that part out. What's up, man? What's up? So, he said, what's up from what? From a boat? Yeah, it takes off game and sea. All right, so we're back in the race shop here. I've been working on the Can-Am, just took the shocks off it. The Fox shocks, which were, these things are heavy, man. So I had to grab a couple my Craftsman and DeWalt tools and took off the shocks on my Can-Am here and washed them off. And I'm gonna go get them done for short course. So we are down in the shop. What's up, Jeff Biscamp? So the question I had is, you guys are obviously all subscribers to our channel, because when we go live, does it send you a ping, like basically a notice that says, hey, the Deegans are live? Is that what it does? Yes. All right, cool. So that's why I'm trying to tell people, like, hey, if you sub, then you will know like what we're doing when we go live and everything. So anyhow, yeah, we're just down in the race shop, was working on the Can-Ams, and Hayden rode today. He rode Supercross. I don't know if everyone saw that or not. His Super Mini, which is like, that bike's pretty fast, dialed in. So he rode that today, and you guys probably saw that he jumped on my 450 the other day. He likes riding that thing, which is pretty classic. It's crazy. He actually rides the big bikes really well, but he's still not ready for that. So, all right. So Killing Time Racing, why did they turn off the comments? Basically, we have comments on live, but we don't have comments on most of our videos because YouTube shut those off. Most people already know why, because they try to say anything with content with anyone in it that's under 18. They try to shut the comments off to protect bullying. Like when people are like talking crap on those channels, to limit the negativity of people talking crap, which we don't really get a lot of that because we try to be positive and just moto. So it's kind of lame. Just because there's a lot of that on social networks, a lot of people are insecure, so they talk a lot of crap on social networks, and that hurts it for everyone else, like myself. So they basically shut our comments off a lot, along with a lot of other people's that have people under 18 in the videos. So anyhow, thanks. What's up, Stephen Nelson? Who's watching yourself out? What up? I get every notification of the videos. Right on, man. Yeah, so Hayden just recently got into the whole airsoft thing, which, hey, we're at home right now, have a lot of time. So Bob Frank, it's 2 a.m. Where are you? Where are you guys at 2 a.m.? So Hayden's, I think they're over on the skate ramps. We'll go check them out. I just wanted to jump on real quick, say what's up before it got too late, because a lot of times it takes too long and then make everyone step too late. So let's see, what's up, Clayton Brooks? Doing good. Hey, this is my project today. Was shoveling the rocks around my driveway. I got all fresh rock laid down in the driveway, so I have to get the tractor out and spread that around. I just built the kids a new jump right here, hip jump on the corner. So I was looking over to the skate ramps. I think they were building some RC car jumps on the side of the house over here. So we'll go see if they're over here. But they were building stuff for the little track cars, you know. You want us to do a cooking show, really? Haley's a good cook. She's the one who knows how to. The plan was for her The plan was for her to race Eldora this year in truck, so we're still trying to make that happen. We think that would be pretty cool. I mean, I think it's time. She needs to start getting into this. I know we don't want to rush it, but I'd really like to see her move up these ranks and start racing in the, you know. So Hayden said, I'm 18, 6'2", 230, want to get a bike, probably a 450 if you're that big. So, Allie from Quebec. I've been to Quebec, raced Supercross up there. So look at, this is the project they've been working on right here. They extended the spine out. So they made the spine, as you can see, they made it twice as wide. So that's the project they were working on. We'll cruise over here and see what they're up to. Today I had Max said I had a bad crash today. Yeah, so did Slade. Hayden's buddy clipped a triple and ended pretty bad when they were riding Supercross and ate it. But it's part of riding dirt bikes, you know. You're gonna crash and break bones. It's part of the game, you know. So let's see, what do we got here? We have, all right, we'll show you. This is the track that's been built. So you see the little, they got a little step up jump, but this dirt's way too cobbly to have a RC car track, that's for sure. So yeah, Hayden rides KTMs. That's what he rides. I don't think he's gonna ever ride a Honda 150. I don't think that's happening. But let's see, Hudson's got the Polaris, or the, not that, he's got the Can-Am stuck over here, or what is it? I think he's run into a tree. So, yeah. We're just at the house. I just did a lap around the house looking for the kids. Hudson's in the background. Hey. Really? Huh, alright. Alright, here comes Hudson. Get off the grass. So yeah, Hudson has it rough. He's just cruising around. I guess at least he's learning how to drive, right? So there's not much, let's see, we're going into the weekend here. Hayden rode Supercross today. And that was pretty cool. The video will be coming out soon on the YouTube channel here. You guys probably saw a lot of the new merch stuff dropped today or whatever with Haley's. Here's Haley's. Fixed it. The thing was lost service for a minute. Haley. 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 She's not there. All right. So she's probably down on the simulator. Go see what's up. She is probably down the simulator. Anyhow, all right, we'll answer some questions here. Do you think Hudson will do freestyle? I'm not sure. Doubt it. I don't know what Hudson's plan's going to be, you know? I think Hudson, let's see, KTM 105 is a good bike for a 13-year-old. Yes. How did you land the first 360? Just went for it. I learned it in the foam pit, really. And once I got it in the foam pit, we took it to the dirt at X Games, right? Remember that? Summer X Games? Yeah. So, yeah, just seeing what we got in the kitchen here. We'll go find Haley. Give me a shout out. So, yeah, so we're just cruising, hanging out the house, run around. I don't know where the boys went. Hudson. Hey, where did Hayden go? He's down by the ground. Which ones? What? By the foam? We can go down and see what Hudson's doing. Hey. What are you doing? Yeah?
Sweating away. Waiting for my kids.
Yeah?
Dude, I am pouring. She doesn't even need to sweat, and I just pour sweat off. You're soaked.
Yeah, I guess it's a good way to lose weight, huh?
Yeah.
At least water weight.
And then, yeah, it comes back.
It comes back fast. So I got a sauna, infrared sauna. I thought that was cool. I actually use it quite a bit. Infrared light there. Got some weights and treadmill, bicycles, and a simulator. We actually use a lot of that stuff. So we can cruise down and see what Hayden's up to. Go down and see what he's doing real quick. And then I was gonna go finish working on my tractor. It's actually cold. I need to go put some pants on. Go for a little ride around the place here, around the compound. Oh, try to ride one-handed. Get a little squirrely. A little cold out here. They said Hayden was down here. I don't see him. This is the freestyle landing. It's still wet underneath. The dirt's still good. Might actually hit some ramps tomorrow. Go ride some freestyle. I need to grade all this stuff in here. Started getting full of water. There's the foam pit. Most of the foam's gone. We're recycling the foam. Oh, they built a little track here. Look, check this out. So they got a little RC track. Now I wonder where all my shovels went. So you can see they have a little RC track. I think this is RC. Might be BMX, to be honest. Let's see. It's got it looks like BMX jumps. There's all my shovels. Yep. Alright, so foam pit. We had Jared McNeil came and grabbed all the foam. Probably end up either building a smaller one, new foam. See, we got all the ramps here. Jacko left all the ramps here. A lot of ramps they use to practice for X Games. And a little tour. That jump's pretty sick. That ramp there to land up here. That one's pretty fun. These are fun too. This is my favorite one right here, this ramp. You hit it, it's a steep one, and you land to the left of the landing, like kind of do a whip and land to the left. That one's pretty sick right here. And then you have the vert one that you can do like a 180 on. So those are pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, this ramp here is one of my favorites. So it's been a while. I know, I don't even know where Hayden went. Hayden! Hayden! Oh, dude. Like, how many times have you nailed your shins on a pit bike? That's the question. Every time I ride this thing, or a scooter. Why on scooters do you always nail your shins so bad? Alright. So, we'll go see. I don't even know where he went. How many acres do you have? Killing Time says, we have about 31 acres. Because it started with 21 and I bought 10 more outside to build a truck track on. It's all cool until you got to pay freaking the California land tax. That's what sucks. California gets you so bad coming and going with so many taxes. It's crazy. You definitely pay the price to live out here, but it's where everything's at. It's where where you can do all the cool stuff, though. That's for sure. Hayden must have went out into the field somewhere. Will you ever have Shop Deegans swing arm stickers? I don't know. Fortnite Lizard, that's funny. It's not polite to ask those questions, man. How do you get into NASCAR? You get into NASCAR by having a lot of money to go buy a race car and go to the track and practice. Let's see, 5 minutes from Eldora, so that's cool. Yeah, we'll try to be at Eldora this year, which is obviously a really nostalgic dirt track. Tony Stewart runs the place or owns it, and pretty cool, man. And he's with Ford also, so we're gonna try our best to get out there and go to Eldora. I want to see Haley in a NASCAR truck. I think that'd be really cool. This whole downtime is really killing us, man, because we want Haley to keep progressing. I think we're gonna head out and go to the kart track this weekend, and it's pretty cool that they're starting to open up the country. Here's my question. I mean, a lot of people said they wanted to hear about politics, which I'm not going to really get into. But one of the things I want to talk about was, did you guys listen to the statistics on the coronavirus? Did you guys really listen to it? Like the odds of if you're healthy and don't have any underlying conditions, which I'm sure you've heard that words a ton. Your odds of really getting it and it making you sick or like honestly making you really deathly ill or killing you are very, very minuscule. So why do we shut down the whole economy for this? I don't know. Like, I'm starting to trip on it a little bit going, dude, our economy was so good. We're doing so awesome. And everyone was kicking butt and then it just shut off like this. I'm like, My goal is hopefully, my hope is hopefully they get it re-going here real quick. I think we're going to rebound really fast. And it definitely was very, I don't know. To me, I'm like, man, for a sickness that really the odds of like really taking you out like aren't very high at all. So I don't know. I'm not really, I mean, I'm going to ask, why do you guys think it was such an overreaction? Why was it such an overreaction to shut everything down for something that is so like rare to actually get you if you're like don't have any underlying conditions or if you're not really old? I get it. We got to protect the elders for sure. But I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to look for a little answers there. What's up, Brenda Antle? What's up, the Deegans tonight? Haley started streaming on the similar yet? I don't think so. Yeah, it's basically the flu with a little bit more acceptability. Matt Croyle, how are you doing? Let's see. Trump's going to open us up. Yeah, I think he is. I think right now we're already the country's already starting to open up. So where did you catch a marlin like that? That was in Cabo, man. We didn't know anything about it. I don't understand that. I have, let's see, RC video. You want to see RC videos? Yeah, you're right. Ethan Martinez, I agree with that. It was precautionary, right? Like no one really knew no one really knew the extent of how serious it could be, right? Because China would never really told us the truth. I mean, they said they had like 3,000 or 4,000 people die, like really like 300,000 or 400,000 maybe. Like they didn't want to tell us the truth. So I get it. That was a good answer. That's something I was looking for. I was really looking for an answer like that or some advice like that. Because you guys, and it's up to the governors. Yes, John Doe, I appreciate that too. Trump's smart. He's going to put it on the governors, right? So that each state has to make their own decisions, which kind of worries me because our governor in California, I don't know. He's definitely doesn't think along the lines of Trump very much. How is the Supercross shaping up for tomorrow? Yeah, we're still doing the Supercross on Saturday nights. But from what I hear, and don't quote me on this, but I do have a lot of ins, and I may have some insight right here for you guys. But don't quote me on it too much. I hear that Supercross is going to kick off May 15th. Okay? Crazy, huh? I heard the Supercross series, the real AMA Supercross, is probably going to start up next month. And it's going to, probably can't let all this out, but basically they're still going to, it sounds like they're going to try to finish the season. And, but it may be a very, very different style of racing. As far as it may not travel too far, it may stay in one spot, and they just have multiple races during the week to kind of get the series finalized and get a champion. So pretty crazy, huh? Any other insights you guys need to know? Dirt Bike Kid said to get a shot out there. Nebraska is the best. And where are you from in Nebraska there? That's a good one. Brian Deegan is awesome. This is his dude's actual screen name. Do you like my name? Hey, that's one way to get a shout out. They're trying to take our guns. Yeah, I agree. I don't think that's right. I think at the end of the day, this country was built a certain way. You got to think the like George Washington, all the people who created the Constitution wanted us to be armed. They wanted the citizens to be armed so the government could never take full control of the country, right? So I like hunting. I believe in, responsibly owning firearms. Yeah, I believe in the Second Amendment, 100%. And I feel like if you teach your kids responsible use of anything, machines, firearms, anything that could be dangerous, you teach them how to responsibly use it, and they'll be fine. Okay. Now look at most of the kids that went out and did squirrely things with guns. They didn't have a father figure going, "Hey, that's not right. You don't do that. This is the way you do it." Anyway, those are my opinions on that. Militia show. I worked for the sheriff's department in my county. A man came in the other day and had his tax paper. He's been out of work and was almost in tears that he couldn't pay them, and his wife was sick. Okay, yeah, adult Nash, I agree. And I don't, like you said, I'm not on the forefront of things like that. I have some friends that are police or cops, and they tell me what's going on. They've had a few police die because of the virus. Dude, I know it's getting gnarly. I don't see all those stories of people that are struggling, that have lost their job or lost their company and don't have enough money to go buy groceries. I don't see that every day, and my heart definitely goes out to them. And like I said, I know that our church helps people like that. They definitely reach out, and our church Sandals in Riverside really helps people like that, and we do our best to support our church and tithe and donate to make sure they have the ability to go out and help people. So yeah, but I get it. There's got to be some gnarly situations for sure. That's why I want to get back. I want to get back to normal, and I think if our president just opens up the country again, I think we'll get back sooner than we know. I think everyone's ready. When I go out, I haven't been out a lot, but I went out the other day and cruised around town, and I can just see people are over it. They want to just be back to normal for sure. Let's see. Nolan Metzger. I have Hayden. Yes, I've taken Hayden hunting with me for sure. I've taught him how to use a gun. He's a great shot. So is Haley. I've taught Hudson how to use his BB gun. So at the end of the day, yeah, they're very responsible. They know how to use a gun, unload it. They know how to use the safety on the gun. They know how to hold it, basically safely. So yeah, I think that's our legal right. So why not? So yeah, I get it. What else? Do you ever get annoyed with people coming at you for a signature or pick? I don't know. It's not that big a deal. I don't get bugged that bad, at the end of the day. I think when I'm trying to get something done, when I'm in the middle of trying to get ready to race or trying to get my kid ready to race, if I'm on the starting line packing his gate, or I'm with Haley, helping her get buckled in her race car or something, and someone comes up, "Hey, come here, I got to tell you something, or tell you a story, or this, that." Yeah, then I'm like, "Hey, give me a minute." Because my kids definitely always come first no matter what. Which beer do you prefer, Busch Light or PBR? Honestly, I don't really drink that much at all. But I was at MX of Nations in Redbud, so I kind of had to have some beers with the crowd, And that was really the first time I really had a few Busch Lights or Bushes, and I thought they were pretty good. I thought it was decent. I'm like, yeah, I like the Busch Light was decent. Anyway, what's my favorite band? For music, I've always liked really heavy metal and rock and roll stuff, because that was kind of the era I grew up in, like Metallica and things like that. So I'm more old school. I like that style of music. So I'm more like the instrumentals and the drums and the guitar stuff like that, and more fast-paced music. And that's just, I always kind of rode at X Games to Metallica. Let's see. You have rumors of war. Yeah, so Matt Croyle. Yeah, thing is, like I said, I put my faith in the Bible. So whatever happens is going to happen. I can't control, everything is going to happen. Our days are numbered. And, if there's a war breaks out, man. Only can do what I can do to be prepared to protect, me and my family. Or so anyway. No, I'm not going to show you. What's Hayden's worst crash? So that was probably, he's had a few, but the one at Supercross where Hayden tried to scrub a jump and his foot peg caught and it threw him into a big, massive endo. So this is it, I'll tell you. So it was at the Anaheim Supercross Amateur Day, and it throws him, it's the night Hudson won the Supercross kids race on Saturday night. Then the next day, the amateur race, Hayden is up. I'm on the gate getting Hudson ready for the start, okay? And then Hudson's just learning. I'm already nervous enough. Hudson like racing at the Supercross track. And Hayden's out winning his race. And all of a sudden I hear the crowd, I hear people go, whoa, like, and I look over, my buddy's like, hey dude, Hayden just crashed. And then later I saw it on video, he scrubbed and endoed really bad and went to his head, like knocked him out, broke his collarbone. It was a bad crash. He's very lucky that's all that happened. And I was on the starting gate with Hudson. Hudson's getting ready to take off, and I was the only one with him. And I'm like, dude, I got to stay with Hudson. And Hudson takes off. Once Hudson took out of the gate, I went running to Hayden. And I ran over there, and medics were already taking him to the ambulance. And next thing I know, dude, Hudson jumps and lands on a kid's head and crashes. And then he gets stretchered off. 2 kids within 5 minutes are stretchered to the ambulance. Honestly, I had to think long and hard about what I was doing. I'm like, am I really doing this? Am I like really putting my kids through this right now? And it made me think long and hard when I went to the ER with 2 kids in one night. That made me go, man, what's going on? Like, and so, we took a little break after that. And, I definitely had a conversation with the kids and said, hey, here's the deal. If you guys don't want to race, just let me know. Like, end of the day, I will support you either way. If you want to race and truly want to do it, then let's do it and let's go for it and let's go to win. And but if you're truly are second guessing it and don't really want to take that risk, because it is very risky sport, then I respect that. Then I have to live with that and be cool with it, because I'll never want to push my kids into something or push them so hard to do something that it backfires, and then I'll live with that guilt, and I don't want to be that in that spot. My relationship with my kids means more than any sport does. And that's what I told my daughter. I'm like, hey, if sport ever tears our relationship apart, it's not worth it. I don't care, even if it is multi-million dollar, sport and make all this crazy money, but it rips your family apart. It's not worth it. Like, that's what we have those conversations. Nick Wally Vlogs, what's up? I want to get a dirt bike. Should I get in? And what is your favorite trick on a dirt bike? So yeah, dirt bikes, yeah, honestly, it's a fun sport. I love it. It's something we've built our whole, foundation on as far as sports. And so it depends how big you are and what kind of bike you're going to get. KTMs, we've always liked the KTMs now because they've been really good bikes. The KTMs have been great. And you had another question there. Have you ever checked on Aspen Hospital to make sure the staff who took care of you after winter? I should probably call it back to it. I heard the doctors don't work there anymore, though. That put me back together at Winter X Games. I did call the doctor who saved my life when I lost my kidney. I did call him a couple weeks after the surgery and just said, hey, dude, I just want to say thanks for saving my life. Even though that's his job, still, at the end of the day, for him to, like, really take it that serious to go, all right, I'm gonna go in and do what it takes. Like, I was dying on that table that day, or that afternoon. I was pretty much almost dead by the time I got to surgery. So yeah, I did. I called him, but yeah, the Aspen doctors, I probably should hit him up. I actually need to still get some work done. I still have a rod in my arm that, like, seriously still hurts. I'm gonna have to plug my phone in real quick. Hang on. But yeah, I still have a rod in my right humerus. It's the only metal left in my body. I did one surgery that I took out the metal in my shoulder, the metal in my hip, a plates in my hip, and a bolt and plate in my hip, and screws out of my ankle. And I did all that in one surgery. Got all the metal out of my body. And hang on, is my phone plugged in? I hope so. So I did under one surgery. I took all the metal out. Say what's up.
Oh, what's up?
So you have any questions, real quick, for Hayden? I still have a rod in my humerus, so. I met you at Talladega. Let's see. What else? It says, I think you should. No. So, right on. How do you get into UTV racing? You go down your store and you buy a Can-Am, and then you get to someone like, I did a podcast with Johnny Grease. Someone that has these off-road shops that you can bring it to, and they put a net in it, like basically a racing net, window net, and they put in the right seat belts, which Can-Ams might actually come with. I think you might need to get race belts, and then a few safety features, like I think some fire features, and then that's it. You can go race them. The best way to get into off-road racing is through the UTV deal. You guys want to see my wine cupboard, which you've probably never seen before? So here's my wine cupboard with different wine. We actually have our own wine. It says by the Deegan Vineyard. Is there none in there? So yeah, we don't have any left because everyone takes it during the holidays. But yeah, I don't really drink, so not really big into wine, to be honest. So that's not one of my big cravings. But anyway, so what else? TikTok, the direction for the right influence young kids. Yeah, I'm not going to go there because I just sound like an old man when I'm like, I'm not into TikTok. Like, it's not really that great of a platform. I'm just not into it because it's ran by, a company. It's ran by a company out of China. So I don't really think it's great giving them all your content and locations. That's a tough one. Wade Achenbach, how do you ensure your kids grow up humble when they grow up with fame and money? It's, probably the hardest thing you to do. Honestly, how do you teach a kid to work hard and have respect and all those things you learn when you struggle with nothing? Coming up when you have nothing, you learn to respect a lot more things. I get it. Trust me. And I think the best way to do that is by going to church on Sundays, putting your faith in God, and, basically using the Bible. That's my opinion on that. I think that's the way you try to teach kids, even if they have everything, to have a good foundation. And no, those aren't my rules. That's the rule. Those are the rules, like God's rules. So that's kind of the way I see it working. Blaze Longden, what's up? Looks like you might be from Europe. So what else? Do you sell Deegan wine? No, they have a Deegan.
Yes, they do at Lena.
Yeah, Lee and S Winery. Yeah, if you went to Lee and S Winery in Temecula and said, "Hey, I want the Deegan wine," they do have it. So, Haley has not. So I'm gonna say what's up to Brenda. Where are you from, Brenda Antle? Where are you from? And I was just saying what's up. And no, Haley's not streaming yet. She's still practicing on her sim to get better. Would you change anything you've done with your career? Always, right? You could always look back and go, well, man, I wish I would have done this or that.
What?
But, I think there's certain things that have caused me injuries. Like the day I lost my kidney, I wish I wouldn't have backflipped my dirt bike that day, for sure. Now I have to live with that the rest of my life, I got to live with one kidney, which sucks. So, when is Hayden going to go live again on his... I don't know. I'm kind of too excited about the whole video game thing. But, hey, we're trying to put on the Saturday night Supercross to give everyone something to do. So tomorrow night at 6 p.m., we will be live on our YouTube channel again. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do that because it's a lot of work. But, Brenda Antle, where are you from in Canada? I'm from Canada. So that's cool. I've met a lot of people from Canada lately. How much horsepower does a Mustang have? I don't know. It's a Mustang GT350. Look it up. What else? All right. Do you remember? Yeah, I remember Madera, California from stock car racing. Yeah, it's a cool place to race stock cars. Yeah, Hayden, I'm sure can do a backflip. Oh, flat backflip to flat. Yeah, sure. What's up? Victor's back. Jashini, Deegan, or Jimmy Fitz wine. Which should I choose? Where can I purchase? I think everything. I think all the different styles of wine are right there at Leoness. Leoness Winery is the one right next to Jimmy's house. Jimmy, I think, has different, probably a lot more different selections than we do. We just have a red Zin wine. It says Blaze Longden. Hey man, you guys still ride at the moment? Yeah, we still ride all the time. I just got done riding all week. I had to take a break. My body was starting to hurt. So anyway, Hayden was in a mountain bike team. But they've obviously taken a break from Alberta, Canada. Right on, Brenda. Thanks for the support. Appreciate that. What else? Got my first baby on my way in October. That's cool. Brandon Walker. I'll name him Huxon. You have to get that okayed by your wife first, I'm sure. You should race with Australia. All right. So who is behind you? Marisa is behind me in the kitchen. All right. So congrats on the baby. What is your car you drive every day? F-250, the Ford F-250 pretty much. What else? Yeah, King of the Hammers, Judges, Adventures. Yeah, next year I'll probably try. I'm not going to claim anything, but I'm interested in doing King of the Hammers next year and maybe in a Can-Am. So that'd be pretty fun, I think, right? Let's see. George Pacheco. Last time I was on with you. What does it say? You in the hospital with COVID-19. You were in the hospital with COVID-19. You listened to me. So you all right now, George Pacheco? You all right now? Did you get through the COVID sickness? Ray J Productions 97. Yeah, Kuzo. I'm gonna come see Haley when y'all come to St. Louis, as well as Illinois State Fairgrounds and DeCoin as well. Coming to all three in St. Louis area. Cool. Well, hopefully we get back to racing soon, and with the ARCA series, Haley will be back.
May 25th is the first race.
May 25th is the first race back, and that is in Charlotte, I think.
Yeah, Charlotte.
And I think we have the Waste Quip or the Toter car, which is now out. The diecast is out right now, but they're very limited. The whole diecast thing is so you guys know it's a very tough industry, very limited. We don't have a lot of control of that. The die-cast toys are really controlled by the toy company. Isn't it crazy? So it says Matt Coyle, they're testing at the Daytona Speedway. Yeah, that I agree. I agree. Like, why is it so hard to get tested for stuff right now? And then why have they not created like a 5-minute test? They got all this money getting spent everywhere, and there's so much money to be made if someone was to create that test. So there's
yesterday there is a test now you can walk in and get instant results.
Really?
You said last night or yesterday on that thing that they've come up with a test that you can do a nose swab, and it's instant or something.
So George Pacheco, yes, you're out of the hospital. All right, that's good to hear. How did you get it, George? How did you get COVID-19? If you could say. If you know how you did, how did you get it? What's your favorite moment at X Games?
What his symptoms were.
Yeah, he said his symptoms. I remember last time he said his symptoms were really bad. It was like super hard to breathe, like super sick.
Pneumonia?
Yeah.
Like when you let it go too far?
Yeah. So, do you know how the Loretta Lynn's qualifiers are going to go? I think they're still going to do, like, if we go back to racing next month, which I think looks like it's going to happen, they're going to just have a bunch of area qualifiers and still have the regionals. So
if it goes by next month, there's no more qualifiers.
Yeah, so if we don't race next month, if it doesn't start till the end of the next month, it might just go to regionals. What's up, Steel Dog? My opinion is with Loretta's, I think we could just do regionals anyway. I think honestly, the area qualifiers are like, I know it's been that way forever, but I think you could just go do regionals, one qualifier system, one day, or 1 weekend of qualifiers, then go to the nationals. It would be nice. It would save us all, these families, all a little more time and money, I would say. That's just my opinion. But yeah, hopefully they don't cancel Loretta's, because it is a fun week for the kids. Yes, Hayden does want to do Supercross when he's older. What else? What is your opinion? Do you think there's going to be... Yeah, so they're going to start racing. I think we're going to start racing in another middle of next month. I think we're going to get going. Anyway, let's see. When did you start your MX career? So a lot of these questions, a lot of the answers to these questions here are on our documentary, Bloodline, the Brian Deegans story or whatever. So there's a lot of the answers to a lot of questions. What do you recommend for a 13-year-old? How do you balance being a coach and dad for your kids? Which is hard, you know. There's a lot of times as being a father and trying to be a coach, you try to do the right thing, but you still have to have still have respect, and teach your kids respect, and it's hard because you're so competitive in motocross, but you got to teach them to respect people too. And the hardest thing I think for kids to do is when they get beat, is to go up and tell the kid who beat them good job. That's always a tough one. But you teach them stuff like that, and I think it helps, right? And then it makes it that much better. I'll tell you a little trick. If you get mad every time someone beats you, then it's just then they're even winning even more. If you're like, hey, good job, man, then it's not that big. It turns out to kind of diffuse it. It doesn't seem to be that big a deal. But anyway, so, all right, well, we are going to let you guys go. Been on here for a while. And it's Friday night here, so you guys, I don't know what you guys are up to on a Friday night, but we're here. I'm still working on the tractor, and still working on tracks and dirt bikes and UTVs. And then this weekend, we will be probably just driving UTVs and riding dirt bikes. And then I think we have some plans for next week. So hopefully as the country opens up more, we're going for it. We got to get to the track and practice. So you're a social worker, George. Got it from a client. I was fine on Tuesday, slight cough. Wednesday, then had an x-ray, showed pneumonia. By that night, hit hard and fast. So it seems a little different for everyone. How long were you in the hospital, George? How long were you in the hospital till you felt better and could be released? Did you have any underlying conditions? Were you perfectly healthy, and how old are you? Is the question. So, what is your opinion? I can't really, like I said, I don't have much to say on the coronavirus because I'm not a doctor, but it sounds to me like you can't have really any underlying conditions, otherwise it gets you. Other than that, it sounds like pneumonia or other style sicknesses, So let's see. I'm just waiting on some answers here. He says, "What was the feeling when you won a Supercross?" Is a big feeling of accomplishment for sure. Convince my mom to have a dirt bike. Patty said, "How do you convince your mom to have a dirt bike?" Just show how much you want to do it, right? Show that you could earn the money to buy one. A lot of things like that. You got to show the set goals and the work ethic, and it being a physical sport that keeps you in shape, makes you want to eat right, be healthy, so you can be focused, right? Anyway, I was waiting on an answer there, but it's all good. We will. The kids are out on the trampoline, I think, jumping around. So let's see. It said Trying to COVID now. His brother's in intensive care. Pretty scary. So yeah, I mean, I don't know every single case with the whole COVID thing. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of crazy stories, but I don't, like, personally, knock on wood, I don't know anyone who has it. But we've been kind of hanging out at our house the whole time. We haven't been around a bunch.
A lot of vitamins.
We haven't been around a bunch of people, but the one thing I have studied and researched, that if you take your vitamins, your zinc, vitamin C, things that help boost your immune system. Garlic's a big one. Eating garlic every day, or those garlic tablets every day, are a big one. There's a lot of things like lysine, or certain things that boost your immune system. 38. So George says, I'm 38, diabetic, and sleep apnea, and was in for 10 days. So you're 38, you're diabetic. That's one of the things it said. If you're diabetic, it could affect you. So I get that. You definitely, I feel like if you have underlying conditions, you should.
Immune compromise.
Yeah, immune compromise. You should really be protective with your, washing your hands, gloves on, a mask on, making sure you're not touching your mouth or breathing it in. Or, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but all good. I will, my wife, what's it say? My wife is a nurse, and there's a patient dies every day from COVID. I agree, but I think there's patients that die every day from pneumonia and the flu and all the other sicknesses. So why didn't we go after those too? Why would we shut the country? I'm not a doctor.
They said yesterday on Trump's speech that the number was greater in the flu viruses than it was in this.
Yeah, I think it was the unknown. Like, someone on here had a good answer, and they said they just didn't know, so they were cautious, right? They were precautionary, so they shut the country down because they didn't know how serious it was going to be. But now it's been for almost a month now. They see that it's not taking people out like they expected. So we're going to start getting back to, we just added another virus to the world, basically. Add it to all the other ones and add it to all the other sicknesses. Thanks, China. And we'll move on. We'll be humans and we'll power through it, right? Anyway, yeah, so we learned a lot. We can cover this later, but what have we learned by this whole sickness and having to stay at home? We've learned a lot, right? We've learned we don't need certain things. We learned what's important and what's not. So, all right, thanks, George, for the info. Steel Dog, you a vegan burger lover? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about being vegan. I'm trying to figure it out. It's not something you can figure out one day, trust me. All right, well, we will log in with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to come back tomorrow. I'll probably give you guys a break over the weekend. Unless we do something really cool and exciting, might check in and go live. But as long as you guys all on here are subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Because if we do go live during the day and you don't know what time it is, it will ding you, okay? And then we'll probably only go live for a little bit here or there. So anyway, right on. We will, yeah, I agree. I think Trump's done a great job. The media is trying to tear him down. But they've been doing that for years. If you at all have, common sense where you can see through that stuff, you're like, it's all, I think he's going to win by a landslide again. There's no way Joe Biden can run this country. I'm just saying. I mean, I give people credit where credit's due. He is not the guy, okay? If there is a major catastrophe, if we go to war, he is not the guy I want calling the shots, okay? I'm just going to be honest. You can talk crap all you want if you don't agree, but...
do your research.
Do your research, guys. Don't just watch CNN. Yeah, all right, guys. So thanks for listening in. We will tune in and talk with you guys either this weekend at some point or Monday. So we'll work on trying to get more guests on the podcast. Thanks for supporting the podcast. And I don't think there's anyone that likes Joe Biden, dude. And I get it. Obama jumped on and wants to support him. He kind of has to, right? That's just name of the game because of the Democratic thing. But I think this whole COVID thing taught us that we're all Americans. It's all as one, and we got to do what's best for the country and not fight and have division over everything. It's so lame. Divided, you get conquered. Remember that. Divided, united we stand. Divided, you're conquered. So don't let division. As much as you want to argue over things, it's not gonna matter, right? It's not the right thing to do. All right, guys. So we are gonna log on later. See ya. Later.